Hello everyone. I will be presenting to you a model of communication that I have constructed on my own. But first, why do we communicate? We communicate because we want to share ourselves to be understood by others. Communicating helps us to be united with other people by knowing each other's ideas, emotions, personalities, beliefs, etc. We can know all this through communicating. I have formed the model to give deeper understanding on how communicating works in a process because we might think that it comes out unconsciously, but it is not. I just imagined myself talking with someone else and breaks apart all the process it took to have an ongoing conversation. The model that I had created is called the context, message, feedback loop model of communication. This model of communication illustrates two communicators talking about the same topic. Let's imagine ourselves as the communicator 1 and imagine a friend as your communicator 2. We will start the conversation by having the context of the topic we will start the conversation by having the context of the topic in our mind. Then we will encode a message that we want to say based on that context. The encoded message will be on a sending channel like our mouth and will be sent through our friend's receiving channel like their ears, for example. Once our friend received it, it will decode the message and it will understand what you are trying to say or simply the context of the topics you guys had. After that, your friend will be having its own reactions or ideas that wants to share with you, so it will encode a new message that will be coming back to you as its feedback of your message that you just sent. Just like us, they have their sending channels and feedback will be sent on our own receiving channel. Once we receive the feedback, we will be decoding it. After decoding it, we will come back to the context for it to be compared to the feedback and the first message that you sent. And the new message, and you will have another thing to say because we have compared these three, so our minds will encode a new message as our own feedback from the feedback of our friend, repeating the process all over again. That's why it's called the loop. It may sound confusing or hard to understand, but if we really try to understand it, it's really simple because it is relatable. It's just talking to our friend. I will give an example scenario for you to better understand what my model illustrates. An example scenario of this is when we talk with our friend about our favorite show or an episode of it, to be specific. You two watch an episode of One Piece, for example, and you wanted to share your ideas about that episode to your friend. The context on your mind will be the episode of One Piece, and you will encode the message from there to tell it to your friend, and your friend will have a feedback based on what you said until the two of you exchange messages and feedbacks to each other until your conversation ended. The only thing that will not change here is the context, which is the episode of One Piece. I will give another scenario so we can fully understand what this model illustrates to us. This time, we will be communicator 2. For example, a salesman is trying to sell its ballpen to you. The context of your topic is obviously the quality and the beauty of the ballpen. The salesman will encode the message to tell you the quality of the ballpen, and you will receive that sales talk to your receiving channel, sent by sending channel of the salesman. And of course, you will have questions on your mind because you truly want to know the quality of the pen, so you come back to the context of your topic and ask questions about it. Then the salesman will answer the question, sending you another sales talk, and you will have another question to ask, repeating the process until you bought or rejected the pen. See? It's also simple, but the process of communicating has a lot. I hope you learned something about this video and understood my own model of communication, which is the context model feedback loop model of communication. That is all. Thank you.